Shalom. Allah start out by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Harakah Kadash, double honors to the apostles and elders, great stone, salutations to the Folet, this pushes truth across four corners of the earth and all fair truth and sincerity. I'm gonna want about back getting us sitting real quick. I'm going to just about when coming in, being in the truth, being in the wisdom, knowledge, Lord Yahweh, the truth, knowing the this knowledge and wisdom of Lord Yahweh, that the apostles and the elders and brother great men don't teach. Once you come into this wisdom, knowledge, Lord Yahweh, you call into this truth, things that the things that you was in the world, in this world that you was, into, concerned about, that really, that mindset really should be put away. Whatever the concern of the things of this world, things of this life, once you come to this truth, that this place, America, Babylon the Great, you wake up to this truth, this place, America, Babylon the Great ain't got too long, or knowing that this life, this world is not long, the things of this world that's ran by these so-called white people, red eating my devils, the lies and deceptions that they put out there, who the Lord is and so forth, or understanding of the word, in these churches or whatever, and also and what they're doing to the food and other things, right? Defiling the food, the water, air, defiling it, the earth, and putting out, just false doctrines and stuff like that. Once you come to the understanding of that, hey, all this is nothing but lies, man, and everything here and the people are, not everybody, because the elect, they're gonna come into the understanding of Lord Yahweh. They're gonna, be in the right mind of Lord Yahweh. But everybody else is gonna be in the mindset, have their mindset in the ways of this world. They are gonna be just setting their mind in their ways to what they know in this world, right? Because Lord Yahweh has not chosen every so-called Negro, Latino, Native Israelite to come to the truth, to believe it, to understand it, and have to have mercy and be delivered by Lord Yahweh. A lot of so-called Negro, Latino Israelites, hey, they just gonna perish for their lack of knowledge of Lord Yahweh, and just not believing, or like I say, they just wasn't calling to the truth to be delivered. Yeah, they might have heard it or hear it on the internet or on the house of byways, the apostles and the elders and the bird great millstone, but Lord Yahweh has not given them that the understanding or waking up to his word to get it, to actually get it, only the elect. So me myself, first and foremost, and those that believe in this truth of Lord Yahweh, the things of his word don't matter no more. All this stuff is just it's temporal. So when you lose this, lose that, or whatever it may be, just know being in this truth is what comes with it. It's coming to Lord Yahweh, you're gonna lose things and suffer, and because like I said, this place ain't forever, and it's just what it is. What it is. It just what comes with serve Lord Yahweh. You're gonna deal with losses, pains, and sufferings, what it may be, in this truth, in this walk. It's not a easy walk. You know, just got me myself first and foremost. Got to continue. Those that believe, Lord Yahweh Shai, just got to continue to believe, have faith, pray, fast, and just hold Lord Yahweh Shai. You know, keep the spirit on me and those that believe. You know, to keep going until He returns. You know, until the end. You know, until it's all said and done. You know, but hey, you know, that's what it is. You know, it's all about the elect. You know, the elect is gonna hold firm and keep the faith until the end. So, but I'm gonna start off on Colossians 3:1. If you then be risen with Hamashiach, which you know it says Christ right there, but it's Hamashiach in the Hebrew. If you then be risen with Hamashiach, Yahushua seek those things which are above, where Hamashiach Yahushua sit up on the right hand of the Most High Yahweh. You know, so hey, if you of Yahweh, you know, cause like I said, Yahweh know who's the elect, and the elect is gonna be firm with Lord Yahweh no matter what. So if you're the elect, you know, you seek those things which are above. You know, not the things that are of this world. You know, it's like I said, it's temporal. You know, it's only last for, you know, the fame and fortune of this world. The success and status only lasts for a while. You got all this money and this status like that, then it's gone, right? You know, eventually, like I say, you know, this place, America, Babylon, Great, gonna be destroyed. You know, riches not gonna deliver you from the wrath and judgment, Lord Yahweh Shai. Only if you're the elect of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Israelites, right? If you're the part of the elect number of Israelites, you know, if you are not part of righteous Israelites, you're not gonna be delivered. You're gonna be destroyed. You know, when Lord Yahweh returns, you know, with the chariots, call your foe, the angels. You know, even before that, judgment is gonna, you know, be going out forth amongst Israelites and people just in America, Babylon the Great, right? The only ones that gonna make it through these times now going forward is the elect. You know, if the Lord Yahweh Shai, you know, hopefully I'm part of righteous number. The Lord Yahweh Shai be with me until, you know, keep, you know, have his hedge of protection on me, to escape the wrath of judgment. You know, and those that believe in Lord Yahweh Shai, you know, to have the hedge of protection to, you know, get through these times now going forward. You know, so the elect, you know, the elect gonna have the hedge of protection by Lord Yahweh Shai. Everybody else is not gonna have that hedge. That's not of that righteous number. Cause these churches, they'll tell y'all just call on Jesus and you'll be okay. It ain't gonna work. The Lord Yahweh Shai gotta choose you, and you gotta be of the elect. The Lord Yahweh Shai gonna have mercy upon you. You know, it's not that you choose the Lord. Is that, you know, Lord Yahweh Shai chooses you. You know, and comes His wisdom, not understanding the truth, to believe in it, to understand it. And you're going to keep it. Like I said, the elect going to keep the truth and continue to believe in teaching. The men of the Lord, you know, going to continue to believe and teach no matter what. Things that go on in their life, you know, the elect going to continue to believe Lord Yahweh Shai and push His truth, you know, until the end, you know. And hopefully, you know, I keep my faith until the end. And Lord Yahweh Shai have mercy on me to escape the wrath of judgments, to escape His wrath of judgment, to, you know, have a hedge of protection. Now going forward, you know, gonna need Yahweh Shai, you know, but if not, you know, if not part of righteous number, then, you know, gonna be destroyed, you know, and that's what it is, you know. But go to Colossians 3:2. Set your affliction on things above, not on things on the earth. Like I'm saying, you know, like the elect, you know, they're gonna set their affection. Excuse me, tripping. Set your affection on things above, not on things on the earth. So, you know, go to this real quick. So set your affection. See real quick. So let's go see. Listen.
Strong's G 5426. Franeo.
Oh, so going to Fanero. So I'm going to the let's see. So the strong definition Matter of fact, let's see. Matter of fact, let's look at the outline biblical usage. To have understanding, be wise. To think or judge one. Let's see. To be in the same mind, agree together, cherish the same views, be harmonious. Right. To direct one's mind to a thing to seek, to strive for. You know what the elect gonna do. You know they're gonna strive until the end. You know. And I said they're gonna be in one loyal Basham Shah, agree together, the same views, be harmonious. You know. So you're gonna be in harmony. You know. And, you know. In teaching the true loyal Basham Shah. You know the song, right? The song. You know, it's not going to change, you know, the doctrine, right? The teaching the word loyal about Shashad that the apostles and the elders, you know, for years been teaching it, and like saying, in the middle Lord, you know, how it's byways, they're teaching the word, you know, it's going to be in the same, you know, the same rhythm, you know, song, same song, right? You know, it's not going to change, you know, if you teach these other Israelite camps, they're teaching these doctrines, they not in the spirit of loyal about Shah. You know, they teaching, you know, these wayward doctrines, these doctrines that don't have that, you know, the right sound, right? You know, it's off beat, off key. Now, what the hell is this? You know, you know, what the hell is that, man? That ain't right, man. They ain't the right key. They ain't the right beat, man. Get on beat, man. You know, but yeah, man. Let's see. Get some more to this. It says, let's see. So the Strong's definition to exercise the mind. Let me see. To interest oneself in with concern or obedience, and the elect gonna be obedience loyal by Shah. You know, the elect gonna be concerned and obedience to loyal by Shah, and continue to teach His word and push His truth no matter what. You know. To set affections on, be careful, be light, be of one, be of the same, like this minded, regard, savor, think. So yeah, so the elect gonna be, you know, in the spirit of loyal Basham Shah, you know, gonna be right in teaching the doctrine of loyal Basham Shah, gonna be concerned with the doing the will of loyal Basham Shah no matter what. You know, what's going on in life or whatever, man. We're gonna continue. The elect of so-called Negro, Latino, Israel gonna continue to fight to the end. You know, no matter what. So I'm gonna go back. Colossians 3:3. For ye are dead, and your life is hid with Hamashiach and God Yahweh. You know, so I know our life is hid. The elect, like our life is dead to this world. The elect, the so-called Negro, Latino, is like life is dead. You know, our life is dead. You know, in far as the world, you know, we are dead to this world. You know, and our life is here with Hamashiach, Yahweh. You know, the things of this world, you know, don't matter. You know, the people, you know, they see them in the Lord, and you know. I don't know how it's by the internet, or those that know friends and family that knew you when you was in the world, and you know you get called to the truth. You know you are dead to those things that your family or friends was involved with in the world, or whatever it may be, right? You know, because once you come to the truth, you realize like, oh shit, you know, that's you know that the things they doing is gonna lead to nothing but, you know, death. The ways that, you know, they doing or going or being in or going to these churches is nothing but death. It's gonna lead to death and destruction. You know, it's not understanding of wisdom not loyal about Shah. You know, so you're gonna be dead to this world, but I like the elect life is here with how much y'all got about Shah. You know, and so the elect is gonna be under, I say the loyal Bashar Shah, you know, be protected and hid and have, you know, be with loyal Bashar spirit, you know, and and continue to push this word Lord Yahweh Shai, and and just be and be of that, in that circle of protection, you know. But me myself, first and foremost, hopefully Lord Yahweh Shai have mercy on me still. Continue to have mercy on me, hopefully, hopefully I'm probably right enough to escape the wrath of the Lord, to escape the wrath of the judgment Lord, to escape the wrath of Lord Yahweh Shai, and to not face his wrath of judgments, in these times going forward. Hopefully, that's why I said the apostle, elder, brother, brother, my son, say, hope we are, hopefully, the elect, but the elect, I say, that you got, if you're elect, you continue to keep going, no matter what, you may be facing, because Lord Yahweh Shai is with you, to keep going and be with you, you're not, you're not gonna lose the spirit. You're gonna continue to, push His word, Lord Yahweh Shai, no matter what. But so I'll go from there. Then I ain't gonna make this too long. So go to the second. Yeah. No. Let's do it. Hold up. I just had it. What is it doing? Okay. Oh, why it's not? Okay. Weird. What you will go to 2? No, because I want to go to chapter. Four. Okay. So this is 2 Corinthians. So I'm trying to get to the point. 2 Corinthians 4:17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us as more. Read it again. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. So these are light afflictions, that's going through these, or what it may be, these pains and sufferings in the body, or what it may be, loss in job losses, or things taken away from us, cars or women, or whatever it may be. It's on, it's light, and it's only for a moment. I said, this place America, Bible and grace is not forever. These everything's around us here in this world, everything's just temporal, man. Which I'll get in this verse, but what Lord Yahweh Shai, the elect, he building up the elect to be strong in the faith and spirit, especially in the coming times when things just gonna get so bad out here. But the elect, the elect is gonna be built up in the spirit, Lord Yahweh Shai, that the elect gonna be numb to what's around them, not gonna be, the elect gonna be like, in the spirit of, hey, this was, what was prophesied, the men of the Lord prophesied on how his byways, was teaching for years, what was gonna come, and so forth, and built up, and not having much of what it may be, losing things. So when things do go bad here in America, Babylon Great, the elect gonna be numbed and strong in the faith of Lord Yahweh Shai spirit, and not having no fear, just believing Lord Yahweh Shai, have faith until the end, no matter what. But 2 Corinthians 4:18, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are external. So while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. So while we look at the things, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. So, hey, at the things that we see here, like, I say it don't matter much. This place gonna be destroyed. America about on grace. So the elect concerned more about the things that are not seen. Having a vision of a righteous kingdom. A better place. As I say, a better world. Because this world is ran by these so-called white people, East Edomite doubles. This system is wicked. These Edomite doubles are, they're just evil, nasty. And this place, America, Babylon the Great, is nasty. And it needs to be destroyed. And nothing good here. The people here in America, Babylon the Great, 2/3 of Israelites, they mind ain't right. So I say this place, America, Babylon the Great, Babylon the Great ain't got too long gonna be destroyed. So for the things which are seen are temporal, I say it's temporal. It's not gonna be for long. But the things which are not seen are external. So the elect, or the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Israelites have a belief and vision within them, of knowing that there's something so much better and greater, in store, than losing things of this world that is temporal. It's not forever. So the elect gonna keep the faith until the end and keep fighting into the end till Lord Yahshua returns and chariots so-called UFO be delivered. And not have to face that second death, which gonna come by way of fire by the thermonuclear missiles. So Lord willing, hope this edifying. I did not want to make this too long. So again, I'd like to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Harakah Kadash, to the apostle elders, to the sister brothers, to the few aqua sisters that do listen and keep the faith, and Yahushua keep fighting with us. Shalom.